Hello, everybody. Welcome to the F&D School, the Freakin Neurons Disease School. I am your mom host. I used to have a first name, but I've kind of forgotten what it was, but I'm known as Mom Matthews, and this is the star of the show. Yay!
Hi, I'm Amelia. Thank you for watching this first episode of the podcast, where we will be talking about different perspectives of F&D.
Yep, we're going to be talking about her initial diagnosis and all the symptoms that she experiences, but we are not medical professionals. Let's just be honest here, okay?
Yeah,
this
we're
is
not
not medical
medical
advice. This is just mom, daughter, family talking about our experiences as we're dealing with this whole new realm of things. Because what we realized when we started this journey was we didn't know what we were doing and no one else had ever heard of it. So F&D was new to us. Its technical definition is Functional Neurological Disorder, but I think our name is better because she came up with it, and it just makes it more fun. So that's what we're going to be doing in this podcast, right? We're going to be educating, raising awareness. That's why we've got our cool shirts on. And we're going to talk about our experiences as a family. We're going to try to throw in some helpful tips that we've experienced, because what we've realized is so many people are out there with F&D symptoms that have kids with F&D symptoms and then don't know what to do. So we're going to try to help with some of that.
We're also doing this podcast to raise awareness of F&D and to help kids that do have F&D manage their symptoms a little bit better. Later in the episode, we will teach you guys how to do one of the fun games that I learned. Make sure to watch till the end.
Sorry, spoiler alert, my bad.
Okay, so let's get this podcast started.
You want to pause it?
Oh, we're playing, okay. So this is completely new for us, so we at least have to just explain. So,
tell us about your F&D experience so far, Amelia. Tell us from the very beginning how it all started.
well, it all started with one injury, one very small thing of an injury. I inflamed my femur, and I had to do crutches for a couple of months. And then once my fingers finally healed, I started having these falls. Mm-hmm. No one could explain them. No one knew what was going on. It just continued falling. So this is also at the start, the beginning of high school. So it's like
double whammy. And I was her teacher. Another reason why we called it F&D school.
Yes. To celebrate the fact that this what happened while I was in school.
Yes. In my classroom, which made it all better.
Yeah. So then in October, or somewhere in October, I became fully paralyzed.
Mm-hmm. For the first time.
Yeah, the first time. And I had to get taken to the hospital.
Scared the crap out of us, by the way. Parents scares the crap out of you, and it is okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't at the time, but eventually it's okay.
Yeah. But after that, I spent like a full day in the hospital, and then luckily I got out that same night. I did not want to spend the night in loud noises.
Mm-mm.
Beep, beep.
Sorry.
Yes, I couldn't even get a nap in. Like, dude, it's impossible to sleep. People have been to the hospital. How do you do it?
Okay.
Like, literally, how do you do it? It's impossible.
She's going to go on a rant. So basically, when we left the hospital, they didn't know what was wrong with her, and they said, oh, she just has anxiety. Okay, yeah, whatever. Right.
I half believed it.
Well, I didn't, not for a hot minute. Continue. So what happened next?
After the hospital, I got a rollator for my falls, and we continued doing school.
And we continued to take her to all kinds of doctor's visits. So we went to a local neurologist, we went to a local cardiologist, we went to a place in Chapel Hill, And then finally, after 3 months of all these torturous things that we did to you to try to see what was wrong with you, because she does not have epilepsy, thank you, Jesus, we went to Levine's Children's Hospital in Charlotte, and then
we met a movement specialist that diagnosed me with FND. She knew exactly what it is. She said I was not the first patient that she had, and it finally felt good to be understood. This was around Christmas, and unfortunately my symptoms started to get worse. I started having falls that turned into paralysis. I started blindness and muteness around Christmas. It was hard. It was scary. I didn't know what was happening to me. But when she finally diagnosed me, we both felt relief.
Our whole family did. Our whole family wanted to know, and that provided us some answers.
Yeah.
So then what did we do?
So the doctor talked about a program in California that could take care of my case and help me along the way. So it turns out people with FND have a time limit of a year, and if you don't do anything about this in a year, unfortunately those symptoms will stay with you for the rest of your days and will never leave. But luckily, since I got the treatment, I have a hope of living a normal life like some people.
But this condition is chronic, so she is going to be fighting her symptoms for the rest of her life. But what was going to California like?
So it was definitely...
That was her first plane ride, by the way. The first time she had ever been flying anywhere.
Yeah, it was definitely, how should I put this, nerve-wracking, because I haven't been on a plane before. This is my first time living in another state for 2.5 months.
Yeah, because it was 8 weeks. So the program that we went to, it's called Reactive Therapy and Wellness, and it's in El Segundo, California. We cannot sing their praises enough. Hopefully, over the course of the podcast, we'll be able to get somebody from there to do a podcast with us, because we think it's important for people to know their treatment options. They're not the only treatment option, but that's the one that we went with, and we are so glad we did.
Yeah, it turns out that the program I went to in California is actually worth it. It has the best training program in the U.S. They get a lot of good results than the closest one we had in Boston. They got a lot of complaints often.
No, that was actually in Chicago.
Oh.
But that's only because of her age demographic. We're not trying to say anything negative about any other facility. We're just saying for her age group, being a teenager, that the one in California was a much better fit. So, can I tell them about the plane ride?
Yes.
So we get to the airport, right? And we're like, okay, everybody drops us off. We all say goodbyes. And then we walk into the airport door and she just, boop, and we're done. I'm like, oh, great. It's just me and her. I have all of our luggage because we knew we were going to be gone for 2 months. So it was a whole bunch of stuff. And I was like, oh, crap. What am I going to do now? Because we didn't have a wheelchair at that point in time. Yeah, great, epic mom moment right there. Unprepared. I didn't even bring her rollator because that entire week beforehand, she was walking with just a walker and had been fine. So I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be great. Overpack. Always overpack. Overplan, because ambiguity is just going to become your new phrase as a mom. So can I go ahead and start my story? Because this just feels like a good natural.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So as a parent, no, I had no clue what we were getting ourselves into. But I knew it was absolutely necessary. I really felt like this was where we needed to go and what she needed to do to get help. So we started a GoFundMe page, which we still have because there's still some expenses since we came home. Because the treatment was $22,000. Yes.
And it was all out of pocket.
Yeah,
it was no insurance.
Covers nothing. Yeah, it was ridiculous. So,
it's horrible.
But we took a jump. We took a leap. God took care of us. So I managed to get her to the security area, and then we got her on one of those wheelchair gurneys into the plane, and oh, are you going to need assistance when you get on the plane? And I was like, yes, please. That'd be great. So after we dumped off all of our main luggage at the, the airport kiosk thing, then we had this very nice guy wheel her to the plane, and then they did like it's called an aisle lift. I've learned a lot about airplanes too. So they take an aisle chair that fits like down the center of that teeny tiny aisle in the airplane, and then they kind of like scoot her down there, and then they help transfer her to her seat where we, sat for 5 hours. But the fun part was when we actually like got to California, right? So getting her off the plane, we did this over again. And like, we're sitting at the airport going, well, now what? Because in my parent mind, I was thinking, oh, well, we catch the shuttle and we go pick up the rental car like we do in other cities. Not in LA, people, not in LA. They have a four-story car deck, like parking deck. And where you get checked in is at the top floor. So you have to go up an elevator across a football field to get into the building for them to go say, yes, ma'am. Yes, that's your reservation. And then you go back down the flight or the 4 flights to get, on the elevator to find your car in the myriad of chaos, right? So I did not know this ahead of time. So when we got her loaded on the transit bus to get over to the car rental place, that bus driver, y'all, I am not joking. This was like an act of God. She was like, oh, you don't have a wheelchair? I'm like, well, this is kind of a new thing for us. We weren't really planning on it, didn't know this was going to happen. She's like, oh, okay. And then she drives off in the big gigantic bus thing and sees a wheelchair. I am not kidding you. She sees a wheelchair past the airport on the side of the road. She pulls over, parks the bus, gets the wheelchair, and puts it on the bus. These stories cannot be made up, and I have plenty of them. But that's just like the first one that happened while we were in our time in California. So we managed to get through all of the chaos of getting us, pushing her in a wheelchair that didn't have like, she could not push herself, and it was like bulky, and it didn't have any like armrests. It wasn't a normal wheelchair. It was one specifically for the airport. So she's like dragging our suitcases. She's got like 2 arms dragging her suitcases, and like I'm pushing her, and we're like hiking it across this football field to get to the rental car area, and then back down to the rental car area. And then, I am not even joking you, the rental car was like a Dodge Bullet. It was like a mini SUV. And I was like, oh, this isn't gonna work.
She didn't even know how to drive it.
Nope. So I'm like trying to slam our suitcases into the trunk, in this like teeny tiny little trunk. And I'm like, okay, looking at the rental car guy going, is there a trick to this? And he's like looking at me, looking at her, like she's like looking all pitiful. Give them the pitiful face. Pitiful face. Yep, the pitiful face. No, that's your mildly pitiful face. You have one that's more pitiful, like when you want ice cream. Okay, yeah, see, like that. And then...
Yeah, that's technically what I call the begging face.
Yes, the I need more ice cream face.
Yes.
So anyway, then he's like, let's just move you into a bigger vehicle. And I was like, sold. Yes, let's do it. So we were up in a Telluride. Did we nickname that car?
Yes.
Yeah, what did we nickname that car?
I think it was...
The Big Wave or something? It was a big SUV. I've never driven a Kia before until now.
Soundwave, I believe.
Soundwave, yeah, it was a big car. So yeah, so that just started our adventures in California. But that's kind of when it all started with your symptoms and stuff. It's like, okay, it's just one day at a time, one step at a time. Like, what is today gonna hold? We don't know. So let's go find out. How can we get treatment? Let's go find out. And the treatment facility was fantastic. It's just that adventure that we went on, and we'll probably share more over the course of the podcast. But as a parent, it was like, whoa, I have no idea what I'm doing. And we're just gonna jump in and do this one day at a time, because that's all you can do is one day at a time. So speaking of the facility though, I think you learned how to play a fun game.
So I'm going to teach you guys how to do a bubble war. So technically it starts with you can either do a mini bubble wand or you can do like a full one. It doesn't really matter. And your target is your opponent. We're just sitting right beside you, just looking there innocently. Now, if you want to be sneaky about this, here's how to do it. Like, you try to hit them as many bubbles as you can and try to dodge the ones they blow back at you. If they say surrender, too bad for them. Just keep going. Oh, no.
Blowing some at the camera.
And you cannot try not to get hit.
So one of the positives of this game is,
Oh, you started it now.
oh, bring it, girl.
Mind stinky people. Keep in mind, blow in the face.
Ah, I'm not blowing. Ah! So the objective of this game
Oh no.
is to...
The putty.
Oh, you're getting your putty?
Yeah. So I keep putty with me everywhere.
So the objective of this game is to create more
Let
breathing.
go of me. No,
stronger
stop
breathing
doing it.
strategies.
Stop.
That's the goal of this game.
I surrender. I'm trying to take care of my putty first.
Oh, I win. Wow, I never win this game.
Ugh. It's not fair. I wasn't ready. I had my putty on me.
Yeah, that's a likely story.
You started it.
So
Once I get free of this putty, you're done for.
okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this episode because since it's our pilot episode, we're just gonna make it a little bit shorter and say that we will also be happy to answer any questions that people have about FND because we actually probably will answer some in the next episode because she gets asked stuff all the time.
Yeah, so leave all of your questions below. We will most certainly get to them in the end of the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching and for your support. I'm gonna get you after we end this. Once I clean myself off the putty.
and we'll be doing the podcast like once a week over the course of the summer, and then we'll go from there because we just don't know. Ah! Okay. Bye to the camera. Bye.
Bye.